Hello? Hello. I was changing stuff. Because I forgot that, every time you change a game. Is this the game? Or is it the... It is the game. Damn. I think this is new... How do you fucking say it? New soundtrack. I do not remember where we left off. I think I was chasing the new companion and I forgot his name again. It's incredible. I'm trying to sleep with new companion and I keep forgetting his fucking name. What was his name? It doesn't matter. We don't need to know his name to do what we have to do, okay? I feel like the audio, it's a bit... Can you fucking... There you go. Loud, but I don't know yet. We don't know yet. Also, last time that I played this, I kept trying to speedrun this game like that's possible in the slide list, which is not possible in the slide list, by the way. Just letting you guys all know. Right? How do I go to the fucking... Wait a second. To another compartment. We can start this quest, I guess. I've never done it. Oh, I forgot to have princess! Let's go, bro. This is so good. What the fuck am I doing? Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is new. 100%. Let me go to that's new. You could not go to the shrine and stuff like that prior, could you? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm often wrong. Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Challenge for me?
Adelbert, who the fuck are you, dude? The Emperor protects your ladyship. Are you here to pray? Or have midnight matters brought you to me? I don't fucking know what brought me to you. What is it that you do in my ship? I am the ship's confessor, your ladyship. No vessel that abides by the Imperium's law can sail the void without a spiritual guide. Even a smaller-sized ship that does not have a member of the ecclesiarchy on board entrusts all matters of faith to a layperson who is a staunch adherent of the creed. A rogue trader's flagship, naturally, is expected to have a confessor who comes from a line of his reverend servants. I am such a one. Okay, so what are you doing here? Like, in the game? I am entrusted with caring for the reliquary chapel and the dynastic crypt. I also conduct liturgies, consecrate the ship's base, and strengthen the crew's hearts whenever a light hour is upon us. What up, Dabs? How you doing? Okay, tell me about the crypt. Every rogue trader takes care to maintain an appropriate place of repose on board their flagship, for their capital may change with the passing of centuries, but the vessel of the Emperor's anointed serves them for millennia. Okay. What happened to your plan? I don't fucking know what this guy is. Like, I don't know what he's doing here. Ours is a throne fear and flag that regularly leaves books recordings in the shrine confessional house in the eastern part of the reliquary. This allows us to maintain constant watch for any heretical tendencies. So these people go to confess and they get recorded when they confess just so people can play it back and be like, okay, he's not a heretic, maybe he is. Hello, Sean. And hello, Kirby. I am playing Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh god, what am I doing? Listen. I understand the need. As much of a fucking hassle playing Andromeda and playing Inquisition is, I find myself like once a year having the thought of, you know what? I want to play Andromeda. I want to play Inquisition. I never finished them for obvious reasons, but I do try to do that. I try to play them. I never can, but your predecessor always had due concern for the reliquary's maintenance and its needs. and under her rule, faith occupied its proper place on the ship. Okay, more about this place. I could talk about the Reliquary Chapel for hours. This is the only place of worship on the ship. Why no, there are multiple sancta on every deck, where your subjects pray fervently and the clergy keeps a close watch on the firmness of their faith. This, on the other hand, is the holiest of holy places. That is bold saying that, because, you know, what do you mean the holiest of holy places? The holiest place of all is the Golden Throne on Terra, Adalbert. Watch yourself before you wreck yourself, okay? I want those on the other to be able to partake on this experience as well. Nah. The fucking rabble is not gonna get close to me, okay? Where does the collection of sacred relics come from? Every relic we have here was either arduously tracked down by our ancestors, captured in battle against the faithless, or received as a gift for glorious deeds. A show of loyalty to the Emperor that speaks for itself, does it not? Sure. Every man and woman has their place in the order he created, and this order must be followed, and the will of one's superiors obeyed. Okay. Beware of witches, for they have been stained by the warp. Persecute mutants. It's funny that they're so upset about psychers when the Emperor is the most powerful psyker of them all. But, you know. Yep, the Imperium needs them. You're right, without the astropods, we are deaf. Exactly, like, and the astropods are psychers. Like, the Imperium runs because of psychers, and they are treated like shit. Just consider it a spin-off, and because in your family don't talk about it with you, we'll get... Jesus Christ. I had a fucking aneurysm. Give me a second. Just consider a spin-off. The cousin your family don't... Oh, the cousin your family doesn't like to talk about. You will get through it and never play it again. Yeah, I mean, I played like halfway through and then I'm like, you know what am I doing here? And I leave. And I never play it again. I was thinking the same of giving Andromeda a chance, but I remember that it bored me back in the day. Like, that's the thing. I don't think when I played Andromeda or Inquisition, there was something about the game that utterly, like, put me off. It was just boring. Like, it was just way too long, and the companions didn't, you know, catch my eye. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just give it a rest. And then I never picked it up again. So... The executives to persecute mutants, but an exception was made for navigators. The Navis nobility are different from most humans, but their difference are a blessing. But why are their differences blessing? But then mutation in other... It is a pleasure to hear that unlike the ignorant rabble, you give due acknowledgement to the greatness of our deeds, confessors. You shut the fuck up. Among the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Emperor is known as the Omnisaya. They have their own form of worship. Do they truly share our beliefs? Most certainly, different likeness of the Emperor and ways of worshipping him can be found across the Imperial worlds, but we all believe in the one. Funny enough, when the Emperor was doing his little crusade, and he was essentially wiping out religion, any form of religion from the map, because the Emperor believed, which is quite ironic, isn't it? He believed that a critical thought and logic was how humanity would just conquer the stars, right? Like how they would just stop fighting one another and they would unite. It wasn't under religion, it was under logic in science. So he wiped out all sort of religious beliefs from across the universe, and he went to Mars and he found the fucking, you know, the priesthood of Mars, who worshipped the Omnisaya. And they were so advanced technologically that he knew that he would need them, right? So he kind of allowed them to worship him. He turned completely like a blind eye to their worship of him, which he didn't allow, like, even one of his songs to worship him. Because he needed the priesthood of Mars, okay? It was just because of that. The Adeptus Mechanicus just was too useful to ignore, okay? For the purposes of optimizing the present exchange, I suggest regarding this statement as true. For a competent answer to the question, I recommend addressing this unit as a member of the Deptus Mechanicus clergy. Cassia's like the rich girl that doesn't like poor people. Yeah, she's like, I blame Lorgar for religion. At the end, he won. I mean, yeah. The thing is, the Emperor, as much as we love the Emperor in this household, right? He did so much wrong. He went about it the wrong way. Like, he assumed his sons were at the same level, emotionally and intellectually, than he was, but they weren't. And he just kind of fucked up the whole parenthood aspect of it. But listen, it is what it is. All the companions in Andromeda have one or two things that define them, and that is all they talk about because there is no depth. I just don't like companions the way Bioware writes them now, where they are there as companion quests, right? Like loyalty quests. And the moment you finish the loyalty quest, the companion just becomes a soulless NPC. And that's, you know, what you get in Andromeda, like to the max. Hello, Alarian, how you doing? Come to think of it, my warrant entitles me to violate the Imperial Creed in many ways. Violate? Those are not to be conceived as violations. A rogue trader's privileges come with a duty. The duty to expand the bounds of human influence. If the rogue trader must take responsibility for unorthodox solutions or actions in the course of performing that duty, then so be it. I love how, like, the balance in status, it's so fucked that I can literally, as a rogue trader, which is kind of like one of the tops of like nobles, I can just do whatever the fuck I want, and it's legal to do so. You know? It seems that there are more holes in the Imperium's religion than parasites on the rocks. For the sake of your own soul's salvation, this conversation is over. He said, listen, we cannot be having this conversation. Okay. I can pray a little bit, sure. Hello, Zaris. Oh, princess. You scare me. I did a pray. I did a little pray. I just didn't know there were other compartments. Nobody fucking told me about them. We have the astropathic chapel with the astropaths. We can say a hi, a hello. You know, we can go like this a little bit. I didn't know. Bioware did outdo themselves on killing companions in Veilguard, but even then, when you kill them, you get the wrong... It's not even a bad ending, it's the wrong ending. Like, the game literally tells you, you did it wrong. This is not what it's supposed to happen. Do it again, basically.
How fascinating.
Brand new crewmate confessions.
The Imperium is made of colors, but to the astropaths who dwell in this chapel, it is music.
I mean, it is a chapel, isn't it?
The machine gun grants me insight.
That's so cool. Like, we have never seen this side of the ship. Because the ship is what? The size of what? I know there are ships the size of continents. Is an astropath like a space sociopath? No. They're like the space Discord server, basically. Courtmaster Zachary Weiss, a tall old man in long green robe, stands motionless in front of a cogitator. The closer you approach, the clearer you can hear his continuous, intelligible whisper. You're about to call his name when he falls silent sharply and turns towards you first, Lord Captain. Hello, Arashi, how are you doing? A visit from the rogue trader is an honor for us. How can I be of use to you? I don't fucking know, man. Sanctioning is a brutal procedure, one which robs every astropath of their gift of sight. But in return, they gain a new kind of vision that allows them to see what ordinary people cannot. Oh, did my nightmares scald you? My apologies, your ladyship. I sense a strangeness in you, and my mind reached out of its own accord. I did not see much, but what I did see was enough. It grieves me to know that this mark waits on you so. Trust me, I am well acquainted with the oppressive burden of doom. Who are you again? My name is Zachary Weiss, your ladyship. I am the core master of the Astropathic Choir. I was posted to this ship soon after my soul-binding ritual on Holy Terra. You might say I have been serving House von Valanches all of my life, and that's most likely correct. How do you like serving under Lady Theodora? I served her for 2 decades and never knew another Lord Captain before your ascension. With her, I had been through many things. Lady Theodora had a good understanding of my significance within the overall mechanism of the ship's services, which, however, did not stop her from neglecting my warnings. What warnings? So, how old are you? If my calculations are correct, having factored in our movements through the warp, then I turned 34 a month and a half ago. Okay? You turned 34. I don't know about that. Tell me about the Astropathic Choir. Of course, Lord Captain. Is there something specific you would like to know? What is this place? To us astropaths, this place is our cradle and our grave, Lord Captain. You are the conflux of every secret missive, every order of prime importance, every scheme being plotted behind the scenes. You are at a place where each of your loyal astropaths is ready to lay down their life for crumbs of information if that's what you wish. Ooh. When was the last time you played Baldur's Gate 3? I just got into it and haven't played since patch 7. They added so much, even put more dialogue in it. I think I played it fully like a year before, like after release or something like that. So it's been a while since I played Baldur's Gate 3 and I want to play it again. But I feel like I have to finish this RPG, first. And just finish what I have started, like this RPG at least. So we can... I mean, I might not finish the entirety of Rogue Trader again. I might just finish the DLCs. Because that's what I want to check out, like the DLCs. So we will see. And I do want to do like a Redeem Dark Urge run. And I know that the game is completely different of what I played at the beginning, so... You should update your graphics cards. You should. We'll receive and send messages for hours, turning into days. We wander the dark depths of the Immaterium, carrying our voice through the warp's eternal night, bringing it to our comrades in some remote refuge, accepting the voices, signals, and missives of others into our own abode. Those are more often meant for you, your ladyship, and at times they're meant for no one. You finished Rogue Trader before? Yes, I have finished Rogue Trader before. So if you see me skipping some dialogue and stuff like that, and it bothers you, I'm sorry, but this game is like 200 hours long, and I have played it before. And what device is this? It is a circuit compiler that helps us record, store, and to an extent unriddle messages. The astropaths first receive these messages in the form of model images, dictating what they see to the machine, which logs their every word. From the reels of the receivers on the ceiling, the machine-recorded words are routed through lines under the floor into transcribers and then the Thesaurus core. This core is the most important part of the mechanism, as it contains a vast catalog of various symbols and the methods of their interpretation. Who here has finished Rogue Trader before? Any of you has finished Rogue Trader? The compiler matches the images in the message against its data and forwards the results to the central cogitator and myself so that I can begin the ritual of decoding. I know of no other choir that possesses so wise a mechanism, and I praise the God Emperor for its existence. However, while the compiler hastens the extraction of unintelligible meaning from explicit imagery. Why is it so fucking big words for Elmo, dude? I'm too dumb for this shit. An astropath must still open their mind to interpretation, which is no less spiritless than the rights of receiving or sending an astropathic message. You've never played it. Do you guys play RPGs? Because a lot of people that watch me, like, they are experiencing RPGs for the first time while I play them. Which is kind of insane, but I understand because RPGs are a chore, okay? I love them. I'm in love with them. They are very long. So, if your machine knows the meaning of the symbols, why can it not decode the message itself? Regrettably for us all, your ladyship, astropathic messages are not cipher dispatches, but rather psychic imprints containing information. Only an astropath can read the entirety of something created through the medium of the warp. Furthermore, as messages pass through the materium, they might become distorted by malevolent intent. It falls to our servants alone to shield their minds with faith and separate the true meaning from the influence of their ruinous powers. Instead of adding new classes, they need to make Act 2 and 3 less baggy and finished mess. Act 3 especially. Once you get to Baldur's Gate, you see just how rushed out the door the game is. The best arc is Arc 1. I like Act 1 100% in Baldur's Gate 3. I've heard that they have polished it quite a bit, but I don't know because I haven't finished it again since I did it the first time. I got as far as Act 2, but I messed up by putting too many points into making routes safer. Oh, so you couldn't move about? I think that happened to me as well. And if you keep going to other places, you will be able to chart new routes. And it will give you points back. That happened to me. I was so confused, I couldn't do anything. And then I had to go back to... It's a hassle. You have to go back to each planet and see if you can chart new routes. I play Skyrim, Fallout, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Origins, and CD Projekt Red stuff, those type of RPGs. So more of like a... Yeah, more like BioWare likes, or like first-person active RPGs. I get you. So if you want to hide certain information from me, you could. My duty is to shield you from the monstrous communications that filter through the warp. The screams of the Emperor's loyal servants, centuries dead by now. The nightmarish, maddening images of the Sea of Souls. The cursed symbols that cause astropaths to convulse in violent fits of frenzy. The messages from abominations in search of weak minds to devour. Concealing all of that from you is my duty. How does one become an astropath? We were all part of the Imperial Tithe once, psychers delivered to Terra on the Black Ships, but only a few of the candidates had what it took to study astropathy. Fewer still successfully completed the grueling training to be eligible for soul binding, and almost none survived the initiation. We were given the privilege to behold the Emperor's light, a light flawless and searing, that changes you. It wounds you irreparably. It takes your eyesight, but in exchange, you commune with greatness. His presence in our souls fortifies them as we stand against malicious powers. After the ritual, an astropath is assigned their position. At this or that Adeptus, an astropathic relay, or a ship. More often than not, our first place of service is also our last. If something happens to you, where can I find a new astropath? It would be more on point to saying when something happens. The Emperor's blessing protects us from the warp's various influences. However, there are horrors dwelling in the void for which even this defense would be no obstacle, especially if one spends as much time in their company as we do. There's only one way to procure astropaths, and that is through the Adeptus Administratum. That permitting and attached astropaths from the sector will be posted to the ship. Ones who, for whatever reason, whatever, I don't know how to speak English, have lost their place of service. Failing that, the request will go to Terra and we will have to wait a long time. That said, there are other options, blasphemous forbidden options, unsanctioned psychers, unprotected and broken souls who seldom live past their first few sciences? What the fuck is this word? But even those would do should the God Emperor put our souls through severe trials. I do not recommend even consider such an option. Unsanctioned psychers are gateways for their enemy's forces, for all the claims to the contrary made by those less knowledgeable on the issue. Okay. Launches can for the first time in a couple of months. Now it crashes when fast traveling to more than one place in the Reach. Listen, Skyrim. Skyrim is a staple, okay, of the genre, I guess, whatever. But Skyrim is... I've tried to play Skyrim a lot of times. It's too much. It's a game that's too much. And I play RPGs, okay? Okay. Bye-bye. I'm gonna start a... What's her name? Kibela? Kibela's...
It's about time.
What the fuck is the door? There you go. Kibela's DLC because I haven't done it. So let's do it. Is this good? I think it's good enough. After to play Skyrim in a number of occasions, and it just bores me. I don't think the story is strong or good at all. I think the current Bethesda, like that's what happened to me in Fallout 4. Like you can have fun just playing the game, but the moment you try to focus on the story of the game, that's where you lose me completely. Like I don't fucking care about it. I know that's just me. Okay, let's do DLC. One of them at least. Well, Skyrim was my first RPG, then I got into all Bioware and lost interest in Skyrim real fast. All Bioware is where it's at. And I'm really upset that they fucking dropped the ball like they did. Because, bro, they could have had it all. And they just ruined it. A sturdily built man with an augmented jaw stands at attention. The dark circles under his eyes speak to many sleepless nights, but his voice is loud and spirited. Welcome to Fright Hub LD 987-A14, Lord Captain. I am Edok Franso, Captain of the Enforcers in Lower Deck Bay LD-A14. The Master at Arms has assigned me to be your liaison for the duration of your stay here. The best thing about Skyrim and Bethesda games overall is the modding. Like, the only reason why you would want to like buy a Starfield or whatever is because you can mod it to be another game entirely. Like, the things people have done with the engine of like Fallout 4 or Skyrim, and they have just made a new game out of it, it's insane. Like, that's the only nice part of it. Lord Captain, would you like to inspect the control room or to begin your search for the Temple of the Bloodspan Web? He says the last part with obvious concern. I mean, it seems you were prepared for my visit. How did you and Sourback know I was coming now? The Master at Arms ordered us to be on standby after the Bloodspan Web openly invited you to visit their temple. We have been awaiting your arrival every day since then, Lord Captain. So you were just waiting for me? Like, no, but like every day for like 2 months, you were just waiting for me. Hello, Naldella. There's no story in Skyrim because every NPC exists to give the player quests. It's an excuse to get players going through dungeons. Yeah, I just don't think I enjoy those type of RPGs. I like very story-heavy RPGs, but that's just my, like, what I like, what I enjoy, my preference. Baldur's Gate 2 is the best Baldur's Gate game. Don't change my mind. I have not played it. So I might have to get, into that. Do you know how to reach the temple? I'm sorry, Lord Captain, I do not. No one knows. The cultists are too adept at hiding and keeping their secrets. And it worries me that you might have to walk around the entire compartment looking for the temple. Why? Is there a problem with this compartment? The lower decks are not suitable for someone of your status, and it's not just the grime or the crowds of British laborers. I suspect that the entrance to the Temple of Death is hidden in some dark corner where you might encounter criminals or contagious outcasts. The criminals don't face me, the contagious outcasts. What type of contagiousness? What's going on here? What, with the kind of riffraff that dwells here, you might even be attacked. I have a dog. They can try. Morrowind was my first Bethesda game, and it was a true RPG compared to what Bethesda puts out now. I think, like, it happened like with BioWare and Bethesda. A format of RPG got really popular. Like, it happened with Mass Effect for BioWare, and it happened with Skyrim for Bethesda. And instead of, trying to better that format, that system, they just decided to be lazy about it and just put it out like super bare bones, and then acted surprised when no one liked it. Like, this is not what we asked for. Baldur's Gate 2 and 3 on 3 engine would have been a much longer game. I mean, it would be cool if we got Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 in the newest engine. That would be cool. But listen, they don't do that. When Veilguard came out, the logical move there would have been to remaster or remake 1 and 2, and Inquisition if you want to, but but instead of doing that, they just pushed a new game in 10 years after the fact, and no one cared about it. And with Baldur's Gate 3, that was kind of like very like a slippery slope, because Baldur's Gate 3 could have worked or not. And I think it worked 90% because of the early access. Like, people, even those that were not familiar with the 2 previous games, got on board because they had access to the game early on and they saw it grow and were familiar with the gameplay and stuff like that and the characters, and that's what got the game so much hype. But if they hadn't done the early access, it would have flopped immediately. And that's what happened with fucking Vanguard, because they didn't care about it. I hope that Wizards of the Coast actually does a remaster or remakes the other ones. I don't know if they're gonna be able to make it as good as Baldur's Gate 3, because Larian would probably not be involved. But listen, they already have like the basics, like the story, the dialogue. They have it all there. They just have to adapt it to the new engine and just hire like new voice actors and stuff like that. But you know, the mentality of Bethesda and BioWare seems to be that why improve on something when you can scrap it completely, like the Michael. Exactly. And then BioWare run and hid in a hole till they fuck up the new Mass Effect and hide in a hole again. I cannot wait for Mass Effect 5 to start announcing stuff so I can see it catch on fire. I have no faith on Mass Effect 5. I used to love Bethesda games, but I'm not looking forward to the Elder Scrolls 6 at all. We feel you, man. We feel you. Mako, Hammerhead, but I was happier without being forced to drive all the time in Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. Fair. Such ghastly places you describe were not headed there, are we, Lord Captain? To put it bluntly, although the Bay performs its functions well, even its more civilized sections are sorely lacking in discipline. I was only assigned recently, so I haven't had time to straighten everything up, since doing so will require making some serious changes. I'm not inventing excuses, Lord Captain. As the officer in charge, I accept full responsibility for what takes place in this compartment. Okay, being assigned here almost seems like exile. Did you commit an infraction? No, Lord Captain, quite the opposite. I was commended for my service. This compartment has always been a troublesome one, and the Master-at-Arms assigned me here because she thought highly of my merits. I am honored to have earned Mr. Sourback's trust. Okay, what do the lower deck officers think of Jocasta? Mr. Sourback possesses all the personal and professional qualities required to lead the Enforcers efficiently, Lord Captain. Okay. Rejoice, Francois. Is that what his name is, Francois? For the Lord Captain herself has deigned to deal with your problems. Rest assured, I will provide you some crucial guidance once I'm done inspecting the bay. But Francois stops himself mid-protest and assumes a more compliant tone. In that case, I urge you to remain vigilant. The freight trains move at a great speed, and the inhabitants of the residential units are despicable rabble. One must never drop one's guard around them. And Emperor preserve you from stumbling into the pestilence pit. That's where the madmen and the lepers live. Oh no! Why even call it Mass Effect 5 when most people don't even count Andromeda and it was a spin-off? What do you think? That should tell you all you need to know about what kind of, work environment and what kind of, vibes it's going to be in Mass Effect 5. Because if they had been smart, they would have said, Andromeda? Who is she? And it scraped it from people's memories. Like, oh, we're going to pretend that never existed. But they're not smart, are they? So, at this point, Elder Scrolls 6 it's more like to see a unicorn in front of your yard than see a finished Elder Scrolls 6. Do you guys think because of Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be rehauled, just changed completely? Because I don't know, Todd Howard really thought he was doing something with Starfield. He really thought he was, gonna change the video game industry forever. And then it exploded in his face. So if Elder Scrolls 6 was anything like that, like Starfield, do you think that's why, things are moving around, things are changing? They had an emergency meeting and things have to change? The Cult of the Bloodspan Web has a presence in this compartment, does it not? That is correct. The Enforcers do not bar them from carrying out their sacred duties. As irregular as it is to have armed crew members set up a secret hideout forbidden to the Enforcers, and that they can go around dispensing bloody justice. Okay? Do you have issue with the difficulties killing people? I do, Lord Captain, but the gold is authorized to exist on the ship. To exist. I never learned how to read, okay? On the ship, which means the activities down here are not to be interfered with. By the way, Starfield has less than 5k players count on Steam. How many players does Skyrim have? Can you just check that for me? Just to check it out. It took them almost a decade to make Starfield. And look at what we got. That will take too much work, and at this point Bethesda is phoning in their games through. Elder Scrolls 6 will be delayed, release broken, and modders will have to fix it 100%. It's what happens all the time. Since Bethesda have moved on to remaking games, given Oblivion and the rumors about Fallout 3. My problem with the remakes, especially with remakes like Oblivion, is that they're the laziest remakes in existence. It's literally having a skeleton and just draping new flesh over it. You don't worry about anything that it's, how many broken bones the skeleton has, or no, you just drape a new skin over it, tie it up with a hair tie and call it a day. And I don't fuck with that. Oblivion, I understand that Bethesda's fucking excuse for everything is oh, the bugs are part of the game at this point. They are charming. It's nostalgia, right? Which for me, it's very lazy, and it's a very just fucking lame-ass excuse to just do the bare minimum at your job and profit from it. I know that Oblivion was free, but you know what I'm talking about. But it's if you're gonna do a remake, at least optimize it, right? Optimize it. Mainly, the graphics look better. The graphics for the Oblivion remake were terrible, okay? The characters were terrible. They look terrible. I don't care what you guys... They're supposed to look like that. I don't give a fuck. Why would I play Oblivion, the remake, when I can just play the OG? That's my question. Why would I do that? If I want nostalgia and I want to play, I just play the original Oblivion. You know? I don't fucking know. If we get another remaster with Skyrim, at that point, just shove the entire remaster up to Towers ass. Just don't buy it. They outsource it. I don't give a fuck. It's a bad fucking remaster. It's terrible. And not much, but I'm always trying to learn more, given that they like to pay visits to my compartment. The Spinners honor the Emperor through death. They kill notorious reprobates and heretics. Sometimes they kill righteous folk, and other times even seemingly at random. Their rituals are morbid and their prayers are strange. Anyone not initiating their rites would struggle to make any sense of them. I see. Okay, I'm gonna go around, dude. Have a good time. Let's go around.
None shall stand in my way.
Let's go, princess. Okay. So there's shit brewing up in this bitch. Only thing I'm honestly hoping for is a remaster of Fallout 3 so I can play it and it will get along with Windows 11. You can play it on Windows 11. Didn't they add an update to Fallout 3 fairly recently? A year back or a couple of years back? I like how people use the fact that Bethesda is known for releasing buggy games as a defense. I hate that. I hate that because no matter what you say about Bethesda or a game, it happened with fucking Starfield. It's oh, this game is fucking broken. It's unplayable. And people will be oh, but they're supposed to be like that. That's how Bethesda games are. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. What they really need to do is remake New Vegas, which won't happen as acknowledging the game exists would hurt Todd Howard's ego. Fair. I don't care what people say. New Vegas is the best Fallout game. Is it fucking clunky as hell and they did age like milk? Yes. But it's still a much better game than Fallout 4. Okay? I hope Skype Oblivion will work well. I'm actually looking forward to that. That's the fan-made one, right? The fan-made remaster. I'm actually looking forward to that one. Is this the welcome you give the rogue traitor? Abelar's nostrils flare in anger. Whoever had the audacity to leave behind this appalling symbol. I will see to it that the Master-at-Arms calls them to account herself. The corner of the captain's mouth twitches nervously as he mutters. Damn those... How do they even... What is this? What's going on here? You have seen this sort of symbol before. Death cultists carve bleeding marks like this into their own skin. Oh! Hello, Mason. How you doing? It's been a while. Kibela carves the same symbol on the back of her hand with a knife and whispers a prayer. Domin Calpurnian, remember this sign. It is the beginning of your quest, the first blood trail. Do you know what this mark is? It resembles one of the symbols associated with the Bloodspan web. What was it called again? The Son of Trailing Blood, I think. It is a prayer familiar to many in this compartment. We have heard a spinner say it when they perform their signature acts of service to the Emperor. Am I gonna have to fight, like, the Bloodspan web, like, spinners? The soundless shadow sank in the dark. Slashed feet crescendo, a fatal dance. Blades on in tempo, each edge an echo. Twin odes to death throes. Now on her sacred blood, as she once trod the black foes? No, the backs of foes. I don't cancel me, okay? It was a mistake. Treading countless souls, but none who know. That Howard told fellow show creators not to canonize any Fallen New Vegas ended in the show, but they'll have to do something given how season 1 ended. So they didn't listen to him, like at all. They said, like, you know what? Fuck you, guy. Who cares about you? Why would they leave this mark here? Maybe it has something to do with them inviting you to visit their temple. Maybe they're trying to get your attention. Apologies, Lord Captain. I'm not good at deciphering their disturbing riddles. You memorized the verse. Why? When I took up the fucking... I'm gonna lower the music a little bit. It's a little bit loud, okay. When I took up my post here, I made sure to familiarize myself with all the particular qualities of this compartment. I soon heard about the verse and decided to investigate. I questioned a number of people who follow the Bloodspan web as I was trying to figure out if there was anything pernicious about it. And eventually, I learned the whole thing. The words are certainly strange, but it's nothing worse than that, it seems. It seems. What is the Son of Trailing Blood? I love that I'm asking this guy, but I literally have a blood, like, web spinner in my party, but listen, whatever. From what I can tell, it's something like a prayer with several verses that tell about the life of one of the cult saints, Ariane, or the Matrix Spider as they call her. There better be no spiders, like actual spiders. There better not be like amalgamations of women and spiders in this because no thank you. So I am invited to follow a trail of blood, it seems. I accept the spinner's invitation. I hope you find what you're looking for and return to the upper deck safely, Lord Captain. Why would you say that? Why would you say it like that, dude? Okay, onwards. Let's check this side.
Upper deckers avoid coming here. But how can one live aboard the
This is cool. Look at this.
to turn one's back on the core that gives it life?
I love when you see like the
This call
insides,
can just as
the
easily
guts of
take
the
a
void
life too.
ships.
Especially if someone around here takes a fancy to your boots.
They better not. I like my boots. This is the last of the Haps vials for this work cycle. Do you have any idea how much it costs? No? Hello? There, 57 ration cards. It's all I've got, I swear. Fucking loud. Spend the rest of the rock god on rock god again. I'm guessing I'm not doing you any more favors. Give up the drink or get used to life in the pestilence pit. What's the pestilence pit? Hello? I hope you get hit by a train. Okay, that's a fair sentiment.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Jesus Christ. He said the quiet part aloud. Okay. Damn. Okay. We have another symbol over here. What's going on? What's with the noises, bro? Okay.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Princess? Princess? Why are you barking at? Burnt man? What the fuck? Mercy, please save me. The young man gasped for air through burnt lips, slipping in and out of delirium. His skin is dripping from his gaunt body like melted wax from a candle. His eyes, somewhat intact, alive, clear, and filled with pain, stare at you from under his caked eyelids. What the fuck happened to you? I am Vale, a cleaner. I was in my house, asleep. Enforcers came, set fire to it. I didn't make it out in time. Why would they do that? Get some enforcers and medicate personnel in here now. A blissful smile twists the man's lips, and a tear forms at the corner of his ruined eye socket. The God Emperor has sent you to save me. You are his light. You are his grace. Thank you. Thank you for not leaving me here. Never forget the mercy that the Lord Captain has granted you. Okay, Abler, I'm trying to bond here. When the Undying One is ready to accept a soul, it must be sent forth. And so will it be freed from the torment of the flesh. You have chosen to prolong this one's suffering. Your intentions perplex me. Motherfucker, if you want to kill someone, kill them. Don't set them on fire and forget about them. Do you know anything about the mark next to you? He tries to turn his head, his blackened skin crunching as it opens into scarlet cracks. As Spinner came, he painted the symbol. Then he gave me water and whispered a strange verse. He told me to memorize it and to recite it later so that help would come. And here you are. Then I should... He begins to whisper, his lips twisted in pain. To suit a smirched soul, her mercy she did grant. Last breath expressed, knife met heart. Removed from chest, passed on to death. Her duty blessed, a balm from those who suffer, anguished in distress. A longing brought to rest, of mortal bonds to soul divest. Hello, loyal crackers of the Imperium. Hello, Teddy, how are you doing? Help us on the way, just hold on a little longer. Of course, thank you. Crunchy skin with scarlet filling. No, it's not strawberry, okay? Yo, what the fuck are you guys doing, bro?
Victory awaits!
Like, I'm assuming...
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
I'm assuming that we're sick or something? I don't know.
An expected result.
Okay, so is my man dead or did he get taken? Okay. I'm gonna go down here. There's beggars and stuff. I'm rich. Oh, it's him. Chad, it's him. And I cannot romance him. That is evil, okay? That it's evil, and I don't fuck with that. I hate that, actually. The Infernus Master salutes you cheerfully with his glow stick. Lord Captain, what an unexpected encounter. What brings you to this compartment? The famous cuisine or in magnificent vistas, no doubt. And what are you doing here? I'm here to patch up Savage, locomotive number 3, under the deck pre-supervision. That old Gramp is my personal favorite on the entire flight line. Every couple of years, Savage gets mad. His boiler catches fire and starts spinning steam at the repairman. Guess who they call to take care of him in these situations? He takes care of the mechanical things in here, not the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Inferni, of course, and after I've done all the most dangerous work, that's when the Iron Brains come in. But that's alright, I love Savage. When he's in a good mood, the feeling you get standing at his levers, and speeding down the freight line is indescribable. I envy those tech priest drivers who get to operate him every day. The roar of the boiler, the wheels thumping like mad, and all that furious power pulsing in your hands, responding to the slightest movement. How about I introduce you? Why are you so suggestive about it? It's a fucking train, dude. I cannot turn down an offer like that. I mean, I am easy, okay? I'm very easy. Where the fuck are we going, though? Sir? Sir? The panel before you is covered with technical runes, lumens, and levers. The platform shakes with the boiler's mighty vibration as the iron beast beneath you your feet growls and snorts ferociously. Einrich squints contentedly and whispers the litany of ignition before turning to you. The machine is angry and refuses to obey. Right now, Savage is powered only by the auxiliary maneuvering engine. We will need to start the main rotor if we want to take a trip down the flight line. Initiating the train blessing algorithm. Let not corrosive wear separate the wheel sets. Let the traction drive receive the touch of the motive force granted by the invisible hand of the Omnissiah. Let his grace strengthen the joints and supports that lift the body above the decay of mortal tracks. Hear me, driver, and praise the machine god thrice, for it is only by his will that the miracle of sacred locomotion is accomplished. The blessing has been successfully executed. Hello, Al. Listen to the rumbling noise coming from the boiler. The stubborn machine does indeed seem remarkably similar to a wild beast. The roar of the mechanism resembles hoarse growling, and the scarlet glow of the lumens of the control panel makes you think of the malicious glare of a predator. Great! The spirit of this machine is vicious, but strongly and lively, and apparently they do have spirits. Like machines, they are actually alive, or some people think. What should I do? Put your hand on the big lever and gently give it a pull. Very gently. Einrich's face is focused, but his voice has not lost any of its playful cheer. Savage does not like being hassled. He doesn't like being manhandled. Okay, gently. A few erratic jolts shake the platform, and an indignant groan emanates from the depths of the machine. An intense shudder passes through the lever and into the palm of your hand, and there is a strange feeling of emptiness in your stomach. Savage's fiery heart is stirring. Do you feel it? There's so much energy and defiance in him. This is a rocket, not a locomotive. Fucking words. Locomotora, by the way. I can say it in Spanish. It's just English. It stuns me, okay? Unruly and enamored with speed, but quite willing to submit to a strong hand. Why is he fucking flirting with the train? What about me? Unruly and defiant, but submits to a strong hand, much like yourself. You don't say, bitch, bitch. Don't let me flirt with people if I cannot fuck them. That's just like... A new explosion inside Savage Sexy's iron body, causing your eyes to see double from the vibration. Now you're feeling his real power. He can run down the entire fight line in a minute given the chance, and kill everyone who rides him at that speed. Now try applying some thrust to the main rotor. Grab the spare levers and give them a firm tug. A little live, but it depends. In some cases, it's due to the ignorance that people are like, oh, the machine spirit knows we need help. But in reality, it's an automatic door sensor. Yes, it is hard to like... I mean, we did have abominable intelligence at some point. And the thing is, and the more books I read, like, you know, about Adeptus Mechanicus, it's like, they are truly just going like this with an incense holder and motto and shit. And then the things work. Like, I read... What did I read? I think it was an Enforcer book. And it was about rogue traders, like, fighting to see who the next rogue trader was. Like, rogue traders' heirs fighting. And one faction basically decided to mess with a DNA machine. I don't know the fucking, like, scientific name for the machine. It had one. But it's basically like a fucking DNA blood machine. And they tried to mess with it so their rogue trader heir would be the one that got accepted. And the machine rejected it. The machine decided to stop working after, you know, centuries of working just fine because it had been messed with. And you know, you have to sit there and be like, did they mess with it and broke it by doing so? Or did the machine actually have a little bit of sentience and decided, you know what, fuck you. We're not playing like this. And you don't know. You don't know until, you know, fucking the Black Library comes out and says, you know what, they have no soul, they have no sentience. Or they come out and say they do have it. It's kind of like a... Who knows? The machine spirit in my laptop is being a little bitch. Damn right. Do some litanies to appease the machine spirit within your laptop. Okay. I mean, I want to flirt with him. Show me how it's done. Exciting, is it not? With an intrepid smile, he's just not getting it. Heinrich places your palm on the controls, covers them with his own. Ooh, impulse levers down in a confident motion. Don't be afraid, I won't let him hurt you. Bitch! A torrent of steam bursts from the slit in front of your face, but Heinrich deftly covers you with his shoulder. A moment later, you realize that you cannot hear a thing, or rather, you hear only one thing. The roar of the engine, triumphant and powerful. Looks like Savage has agreed not to kill us both. His tech-pressed guardians will be pleased. All hail the Lord Captain. That's me, by the way. You have subdued a mighty beast today. Now I'm sure you have urgent business to attend to. And it's time for me to drive Savage down the line and see if he's feeling cranky. I mean, that was most intriguing, Heinrich. I am pleased. Ooh. Could I have wished for anything more, your ladyship? I mean, I don't know. Full speed ahead, we're heading down the fry line. Are we doing this? Can we head down the fry? We can head down the fry line. Not quite, your ladyship. I said Savage is not dangerous, but not dangerous ends right here. He might just pull a stunt and bake us to death during the ride. And it would be better if the ship did not lose another Lord Captain. Fair. Have a good trip. Everything's going to be alright. Savage would never fry me. Right, Savage? I don't know. So, they let me fucking flirt with the dude, but I cannot fuck him. 0 out of 10. Don't play this game. Don't play this game. I don't recommend it. Let's do this. Because nothing screams rogue trader like stealing shit from the poor that live in your ship. It is what it is. Okay, we have a Vega. Nothing over here. Very lively place. Very, you know, ooh. Oh, there's a flute player. Oh, it's yeah. You look, see that there's a rat in there. He's a rat enchanter. What is it called? Woohoo! A group of gawkers are crowding around a makeshift stage, watching a strange duo perform. A man with odd-looking goggles pushed up on his forehead, hands wrapped in worn leather gloves, plays a tune on a handmade flute. Next to him sits a stack of crates supporting some kind of game board. A scruffy rat is rolling small glass balls around the board. What? Several workers empty their pockets and start throwing ration carts, bolt nuts, and even a few power panels into the small chest next to the board. The flute player winks at the crowd and switches to a different tune. Are we gonna fucking ruin this for him? For this guy? The rat squeaks excitedly and starts rolling the colorful balls the players have chosen around the maze of tunnels on the board, but not a single one reaches the goal, a hole marked with a red circle. The rat just rolls all the balls off the board or into dead ends. Once the first group of players gets their hopes dashed and leave empty-handed, new workers immediately take their place. Let's watch the rat. The rat is curious around the board, is spurred on by the flute. Its movements appear erratic at first glance, but after a while, you notice how consistently the ball seems to miss the goal at every last moment. While the rat's clumsy, amusing scampering distracts the spectators, its nimble tail directs the ball away from the hole, so it's absolutely fucking, Technically, as a return, it's all your shit anyway. I like how you think. Listen to the tune. The rat movements from the flicks of its tail to when and where it pushes the balls, obey its master wordless commands with uncanny precision. The notes, the pauses, the rhythm, every part of the melody serves as a signal to the flute player's tiny assistant. So he's playing with these people. And you know what? It's a fun show. The crowd, which has been too absorbed in the performance to notice your presence, turns to you, expressions of frightful awe appearing on the workers' faces. Many start whispering prayers. The flute player clears eyes, widening in surprise. Then, with an open and friendly smile, he says, "Many a grand story of the Lord Captain's generosity is told. And I serve on my own flute today, I will add another. To a fortune peddler, the Lord Captain's grace is a gift from fate itself. He applauds you with gratitude, and the workers timidly join in." This reminds me of an event in one of the Ghost novels. Which one? I haven't read all of them, the novels. Oh, I've read the first omnibus. Perhaps you would like to trade us some of that captain's fortune of yours to your leadership. The flute player bows respectively and gestures at the game board. Are you suggesting we play a game? Please bless our little lark with your attention. Explain the rules of this game to me. It's simple. On this board, you play with fate. Choose a ball and give it to Bolts, my rat. If she rolls your ball into the pocket marked in red within 3 minutes, you win. If she doesn't, you lose. Simple. I'm gonna cheat. This should be amusing. Yeah. The man readies his flute and the rat dives under the board. You hear clawed feet scrambling against the crate, and a few moments later, a green ball pops out of the center. You already have seen through the flute player's performance. You listen to him play and watch the rat closely. Then at a certain point, you start tapping your fingers on the edge of the crate, adding your own rhythm to the tune. The rat scrambles in confusion, mistaking your commands for those of its master, and it starts rolling the ball towards the goal. When the ball drops into the red hole, a few impressed whistles come from the crowd, and the flute player laughs heartedly. Cleverly done, your ladyship. Well, I had no doubt that you would be a worthy opponent. And your strategy, I think I will keep it in mind for my future games. You know what? Here, a button for your travels. Thank you for this generous gift. These folk will shower me in ration cards to get their hands on something that belonged to your ladyship. Fortune gave me the brightest of its smiles today. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I certainly won't forget my faithful meeting with the Lord Captain. Have a good day, my man. This flute player is not as simple as he pretends to be, Calportia. I'm most curious to know what he's really doing here. I will have him monitored. My man, I'm sorry, dude. I was just trying to have a good time. And I accidentally got the fucking Inquisition on your ass. Listen. Oh, we're going this way. What's over here?
I've read about this.
I don't care. What do you read about? No, you didn't. Shut up. Okay. Dead man. He doesn't look that dead. Is he gonna jump? Don't jump! Don't kill yourself. You're so sexy. A sinewy middle-aged man watches the bustle of the bay with a detached expression. Every so often, whenever his eyes linger on the blood mark inscribed nearby, his face changes strangely and his hands clench into fists. The one where the girls are cheating in the betting game to scam people. Oh, yes, I remember that. The ghosts are the best. There's like 3 of them left, but listen, I love them. They're the best. Or when they have like this scene where what was his name? I don't remember his name. His name wasn't Miko. I don't remember his name, but he's the young one and he's a psyker. And he plays like the pipes, because that's what the ghost did. They play the pipes before Milo. There you go. And when he plays the pipes with other regiments, the regiments are very confused as to why this fucking child is playing music before they go to die. The Inquisition literally can sack my hard metal robotic balls. Wow, sir, that sounds a lot like heresy, dude. Just as you begin to hear the rumble of an approaching train, the man gaze turns towards the tracks. He leans forward. Abelard, do something! Abelard breaks out. In the name of the dynasty, I command you to step away from the edge and explain the misdeed you were about to commit. Can you imagine? You kill yourself and that's like a crime, so your next of kin has to like pay for that? What? I didn't. The man starts and almost falls, but manages to keep his balance. In the dim lumen light, you notice old scars scattered all across his body. The scars seem vaguely familiar. Pascal's voice synthesizer springs to life with an indignant pyneric trill. I am registering this unit's intention to use the train tracks. That is true. They're not concerned that this man is about to kill himself. It's the fact that his body will get caught on the train tracks and potentially break them that concerns them. I'm sorry that for 1 second there, I thought we cared about our people. My bad. I am registering this unit's intentions to use the train tracks for purposes other than those intended by their design. I categorically demand that the unit's self-disposal be carried out using methods that do not violate the Catechism of Maintenance and Operations. What he means is like you can kill yourself, but do it all the way over there, where your body will just like rot away and be eaten by rats and will not hinder like the anyone else's like jobs, please. Okay. Who are you? Let's look at his scars first. The scars are all vary in length, width, depth, and shape. However, you notice a pattern in the way the scars are aligned, as well as a series of faded symbols on the man's rough skin. Death cultists bear similar marks on their bodies. Is he a death cultist? Not only will we lose a train, we will lose a potential servitor. True. Your body doesn't belong to you, it belongs to the Imperium. Don't kill yourself. You could be useful even after death. But spinners are consistently renewing their wounds, while this man's look long since healed. So he walked away from being a spinner? Can you even do that? You look like you're about to take your own life. Are you having a rotten day? Like she says, like, are you having a bad day? Have you tried yoga? Have you tried not being depressed? Going outside, touching grass, getting some UV rays. Have you tried that? My whole life has been rotten, and I only have myself to blame. I've tried to change things, fix things, but I always ended up here, so eventually I accepted the truth. Who are you? A dead man. I lost my name years ago. I've been just another dead man ever since. If this were an interrogation, I would welcome such a response, but in this case, we are merely wasting our time. Hi Rex, can I have a moment to just talk to people that I want to talk to? Like, not everything has to be useful. Sometimes it's just like, going around and talking to people. You dare insult the rogue trader with your impudence. Your body may already be covered in scars, but your tongue seems to be asking for more. Okay, let's all chill. Let's all take a deep breath. Your eyes always return to that blood symbol. What do you know about it? It's a symbol of the blood-spawn web. What the fuck am I saying? Blood-spawn web. I come here every watch, but it hasn't been here before now. I guess today must be a special day. Okay. The man's faded eyes go wide as he noticed Kibela. His voice quivers. Have you come to take me to the other side? Kibela briefly studies the man's face, then turns away. I do not know you. Death's gaze is not upon you. The man lets out a dull groan and turns to look at the symbol again. But then why is it here? You know the symbols of the Bloodspan web. You bear similar scars. Are you a spinner? I was, but I failed to complete my final assignment, so I was exiled from the cult. What was your final assignment? The Vizier told me to kill the one who would be at a certain junction of the utility tunnels at a certain hour. I went to the appointed spot. Then I waited. An hour, 2, 5. The junction was still empty. Nobody came. After hours of waiting, I finally realized. The person at the junction had been me the whole time. It was my turn to go to the Undying One. But I was afraid. I couldn't do my duty. I run. So the spinners simply let you go. They made no attempts to find you and kill you. There was no pursuit. I thought I had seen their black blades the very next day. Instead, years passed without them taking my heart. I tried starting a new life, but the terror never stopped eating away at me. When I got truly desperate, I went to the Temple of Death myself, but no one there would speak to me. When I gave them my name, they just whispered, Sabrid has gone to the Undying One. They looked through me like I wasn't even there. I lived like this for 20 years, like a coward, like a dead man. So it was his turn to die, and he didn't die? You were ordered to die for what reason? The man looks at you, but some would choose to leave the righteous path. These earn penance in due time. Her whips sing vengeance on renegade menace. Her blades pass sentence for cowards seek to hide their hearts. But death makes no pretendence of fucking words, okay? It takes what it is due in essence. The third verse of the Song of Trailing Blood. The Vizier recited to me before sending me on my final assignment. I didn't realize at the time that it was my judgment. There were plenty of reasons. I saw death. I offered him the souls of the most pleasing men and women I could find because it kindled my passions. I killed well-off crewmen who didn't deserve their wealth, and I took their thrones. I killed enforcers who looked into my eyes without fear because I wanted to be feared. I rebelled in bloodshed. Bloodshed? I betrayed the tenets. I realized it, but I couldn't help it because I enjoyed it. Okay. You do not sound particularly remorseful. He was a serial killer, basically. I've spent years in remorse. I'm tired of it. Have you killed any more innocent souls since you ran? No. I've been afraid to touch my own knife since that day. Thought it might just stab me on its own, but the temptation is always there. I mean, I don't care about you. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't fall on the tracks. What about the symbol? The porting? You were supposed to help. I said not on the tracks. I had one thing only. Keep blisters at the remains of he who was once her brother in service. Truly, it is better to die for him than to live for yourself. This he forgot. Sure. Oh, come on.
None shall stand in
Come
my
on.
way.
Let's go.
Pay attention.
Sorry, I got excited. Okay, my bad. 12. What the fuck are you guys doing here? What is this ecosystem? Hello? What are you guys doing? What's going on here? When I get shot? Have mercy in the throne's name, I beg you. What happened here? The battle worker throws himself at your feet and touches the toe of your boot with his dirty palms. Your gracious ladyship, hand of the God Emperor. He's saying all the right words right now. Save your unworthy servant. Okay. Get lost. The enforcer's heavy butt on Hey! We're talking here. People just do whatever the fuck they want. They don't ask me. They don't, seek my approval. They just do whatever the fuck they want. My sincerest apologies, Lord Captain. Your boot, I'll clean it right away. A member of discontent breaks out among the gawkers who have gathered around. None of the other workers dare come closer, but the anger on their faces is plain to see. Listen, I want to hear him out. Your ladyship, I work hard. Never even take breaks to rest, and all I earn is 7 ration cards with 15 mouths to feed back home. The enforcers shake me down every shift, just like they do every other Oh! Is it because they gamble? And are you guys stealing ration cards from these guys to gamble them? Enough whining. You and your pals lifted a box of Nutribars a few watches ago, and 2 canisters of water before that. I didn't beat the life out of you because I took pity in you. This is the thanks I get? Sounds like bullying. And the only person that can bully my people, it's me. You quarantined the hub for 20 watches and refused to give out rations if we didn't have cards. Cards we have no way to earn. And today you earn 15 cards in a single shift because you do the work of 3 people, right? Or do you take your pals to a dark corner somewhere, do them in, and take their share? I didn't do them in. It wasn't that the worker stops himself, cowers, and whimpers. They got their heads bashed in by crates. The dead don't need rations. Am I understanding that the enforcers are appropriating earnings from workers after their shifts? We appropriate nothing. We just monitor and distribute. The people are a lying and thieving lot. We have instructions to stay alert for people holding more than the certain amount of ration cards to prevent supply. I'm sorry. So you go through their pockets, count the cards they have, and then you take the ones that you don't deem, like they should have, and you keep them to yourselves? They do take our cards, and then they grow fat using them for themselves. Yeah, they just bitch. Add a note of sagely depth to your voice. Society, you see, it's much like a boot. It still proudly directs the foot of the Imperius forward, and yet it needs a soul to stand on. I'm gonna fucking strike the enforcer. Fuck off. Come on. A sullen, red-bearded man with keen black eyes draws your attention. His oddly piercing gaze seemed to size you up the whole time you were speaking, but now he has hastened to conceal himself behind the gawkers. Next thing you know, you're watching him scurry deeper into the tunnels. Hello, X. How you doing? May the God Emperor protect you and all of House of Valanches. I don't care about the rest of House of Valanches, just me. Who is that guy? What game is this? This is a Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Listen, I'm all about people killing each other and stuff like that, but why are you stealing? That's just low. Nothing over here. Why are we barking?
Who thought that was a good idea?
¿Cómo que no? Y do move. Abelard, bitch. You ruined it. There's nothing there? Is what you're trying to tell me?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Okay, let's go looking for the guy. Move that.
That was a problem for you.
We are above thievery. We are above thievery. Come on, man. Like, make it interesting at least. Oh, we have something here. What are we doing? Oh, what's going on here? Hey! Is this your first time playing this DLC? Yes, I am. I have never played this DLC before. What are we doing? These people are the dregs of society. Worked hard, I helped out a friend with the loading, and he gave me some cards. Take them, exchange them for new shoes. Yours are all worn out. Look at them! They're being nice to each other while people are getting, you know, stabbed over there. What are we doing? Oh, thank you. I've already made your bed for you, so once we've eaten, you go and rest. The little ones and I will head out to the marketplace and leave you in peace. You have to take into account that these many all around the sheep, they're the lowest of the low, yet they're important, so having their love is important as their lord. Exactly, okay? Enforcers are, you know, one in a dime in a dozen. Is that how you say it? What's gonna happen to these people? Because why are they... Hello? It is I, the Rogue Trader. What the fuck is going on here? Is that food? Oh, it is. Is that a corpse torch? Is that how you call it? Oh! I forgot that was a thing. Oh, we eat that? Mmm. Yummy! And glory to me! You live here? Well, I guess who's gonna steal from you? The Lord Captain. I'm stealing the Russian. This entire time, I was like, what is that, like, little paper, like, thing that I'm having? Well,
The
I'm
Inquisition taught me
stealing.
many things.
Either you two eat it, I'll eat it. I'll eat it. The fuck? Get that thing, bro. Okay.
None shall stand in my way.
I thought I was just like telling, like, you know, I demoted an enforcer for stealing Russian.
The shadows reveal their secrets.
And I'm stealing their Russian cards. Listen, if you don't want them stolen, I'm teaching them a lesson, right? I'm teaching them a lesson to keep their things better guarded. Because, you know, someone like me will come and take them from you. And that's just life.
Victory awaits.
Okay, so we did a loopsy around. Greetings, greetings! It's I, Lord Captain. Let's see. What the fuck is going on in here? Oh my god. Oh. What are we saving? What are we saving? Why are you blindfolded,
Something
dude?
of interest.
An old man in pitiful rags listens intently to the sound of your footsteps. A stinking piece of cloth is wrapped around his eyes, with greenish pus oozing out from under it. The old man lays his trembling hands protectively on the heap of junk that serves as his bed as well as his stable. An empty beggar's bag makes a clinking sound next to his withered leg. No matter how innocuous or wretched the old man's appearance, it will take more than that to deceive you. Trained always to look for criminal intent, first and foremost, you cast a suspicious eye at the crates. This looked too much like reinforced containers used for transporting weapons. What happened to your eyes? The boy rats gnawed them out while I was asleep. And the sewer water my wounds were washed with was infected, turns out. The pain became a stinging feeling that wouldn't go away, and it only got worse. How does a blind man manage to survive in a place like this? People help me. Good people. Not so good ones, too. Okay, I'm here. Something to eat. The old man ravenously sinks his remaining teeth into the meat's tough fibers, but soon gives up on chewing, and swallows the piece whole. Could this be a true miracle of the Emperor, or is it just another dream? That is a weapon crate. I want to look inside of it. Weapons? How could someone like that wind up on the bottom of the bilge compartment? I don't fucking know. I don't, you know. Yeah, here, perhaps a gift for you will convince you to show me. The old man scoops up the greasy cards, grins happily, and moves aside to count them, smacking his lips. Benefactor, nourisher, may the Lord Captain protect you. Sure. You look into the crate and see a familiar gleam. That of weapons grade plasteel, polished and ready to kill. The old man was leaning against several brand new autoguns wrapped in greasy racks. Hey! Hijo de puta! A cold voice filled with the promise of death matters, pathetic fool. That's our secrecy gone right down the shitter. Folks, we're gonna have to make some noise. Bitch. A common worker, her face nondescript, it looks almost scrapped off, is aiming a weapon at you that she produced seemingly out of nowhere. Leave no witness. Okay. Okay. I'll kill you, and I will drop you into the fucking corpse starch vat, and then I will eat you. Okay?
Submit.
That's what's gonna happen
And
now.
you'll die quickly.
Okay, Pasquale. Oh, I'm ambushed. That's stupid. You know why? Look at this. Look at this.
The order is
¿Cómo que no?
dogmatic protocols.
You can totally fuck them up. Don't even...
Function successfully.
You guys don't know what you just did, really. You're about to know.
My vow is to serve.
Okay?
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
We're gonna send Princess after them, and they're gonna learn a fucking lesson. And I'm telling you right now. Okay, girl, we're gonna have some fun up in this bitch.
Death comes in silence.
I'm telling you right now. Fun.
As the tenets demand. As honor ordains.
Let us fucking go.
The shadows will
You guys don't know what you're about to witness.
killing brings me no pleasure. One foe.
Kibela, the woman
I will
you are.
kill them all.
The woman you are, girl. Fuck him up. There you go. That's the foreman. That's a loyal man. That's a man that's gonna get a little bit of a raise. Maybe like 3 Russian cards. I can make it 4. Hey! I'm gonna fucking send the dog. Don't even... Make them weak
Naturally.
and feeble. Make yourself strong. Where are you? Who are you? Is that you? It is him. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing, amazing. Fuck him up. Ooh. Kibela, for the love of God. She likes it. She likes it when you hurt her. So you know what? Whatever. She likes it when you do that. What are we doing? You do what you have to do. Oh, she has a shorty. I forgot she has a shorty.
I am fear!
He makes me happy. You have to be fucking kidding me, bro. You have to be kidding me. Who is she? Who is she? You think you're safe? With this. Nobody's safe. Okay. Leave my cyborg alone. The fuck? Come here. You little bastard. Absolute buffoon.
Victory.
You're fine. Stay there. Cassia,
Emperor.
yeah, stay there. We're good, we're good. I mean, this is not even fair, I feel. Not even a little bit fair. I don't want to mess with Cassia. Not Cassia, with Kibella's stuff. Okay. Go, dog. Bite. That dog. That dog right there, princess. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Silly gooses. Silly gooses. Who... I'm sorry. You are used to dealing with the rabble, right? You're dealing with, like, fucking emaciated people. And you see a group of fucking guys. I have the fucking rogue trader herself, a metal dog, a fucking Hot Topic girl, an old man with a sword, an Adeptus Mechanicus, an obvious mutant, and an Inquisitor. And you said, you know what? I think I can take them. I think I could. I think I could. I'm telling you. With this.
What is done cannot be undone.
Careful with Kibella. Oh, come on, man. A little bit of...
I am your blade and shield.
Yes, you... Well,
Trust me.
not so
The
much
other
shield.
side awaits.
She's very squishy, but she does a lot of fucking damage. Are you alright, Lord Captain? Those cutthroats didn't hurt you, I hope. I'm good. The man's prosthetic leg has been shot, and it carries its weight awkwardly. The locals and the enforcers call me the foreman. I have no other name. You might say I'm in charge here, in this hole of a place. You recognize the shaggy red beard and the keen black eyes. We know this guy. This is the man who was watching you during your encounter with the enforcer and the station worker. What happened here? What's going on? I am not sure. Perhaps those freeloaders believed in the tales of Nemesite? Who the fuck is... As it happens, who's moaning? Okay. Oh, whatever. As it happens, it threw me off. As it happens, I've complained to Captain Francois about some idiots who've been painting pictures on the walls, inciting people. And what did he say? I've got everything under control. Had I known it would come to this, I've nabbed those sods and throw them into the pestilence pit myself. And now we'll be pestered by enforcers to no end. Boy, damn it all. Who is this Nemesite? This is a story they tell around here. There's this chap they say wanders the lower decks helping the poor who can earn a living for themselves. And is standing up to the officers and enforcers in defense. Robin Hood? We have a Robin Hood? Except he's just a story and nothing more. Yeah, what happened here is not your fault. I saw you in the other marketplace. What were you doing there? Watching one of my workers take a beating. I feel sorry for the lad, but there was nothing I could do. The foreman smiles wryly, showing his yellow teeth. Almost all of the front ones have been knocked out. I've stuck my neck out in the past, not doing it again. So he just fucking... Oh, so you don't have two old men with Heinrich's biomonster powers. Heinrich is fucking old. He's probably as old as Abelard is. He just doesn't look old because he has biomonster powers. True. Listen, I always liked older men, okay? Tell me what life is like for the workers on the lower decks. They toil day in and day out for the glory of the ship. The rest of the time, they do their best to survive. Faced with hunger, the more deranged of the enforcers, void leprosy, void leprosy? Don't gloss over that. What is void leprosy? Isn't leprosy highly contagious? Should we be concerned? Is there a vaccine? Fires, floods, noxious fumes. The foreman lists these on his fingers, although he has fewer than nature's average to work with. In a word, it's a decent enough life. Is it? If you work, you survive. If you freeload, you also survive, if you're clever. Well, and if the God Emperor wills it. What are you cooking in that bag? Believe it or not, the soup made from mold slime and technical drain water has been simmering in this vat for at least 200 years. See the growth on the walls over there? We harvested it, dry it, and use it to season the soup. If you're lucky, the smell attracts a void rat, and someone gets to have meat in their bowl. Oh! But the Imperium are not the bad guys. Right. It's for those who can even earn a ration card. I feed them in exchange for services or favors. Sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't. My people keep an eye out for workers trying to eat 2 bowls in one sitting. One is enough to fill your stomach for an entire watch. Some complain about the taste, of course, ingrates. Here, you can have all these ration carts. He opens and closes his mouth in astonishment. Lord Captain, you just helped some good families survive. I'll divide the carts among them and be sure to tell them that it was your leadership who did them this good turn. Thank you. I see the Bloodspan Web's temple. Do you know where it is? Have you heard the new stuff about what happened regarding the Terminus decree? No. What is it now? What's going on? The cultists don't let people like me in on their rights and mysteries. I'm grateful to them for their service to the God Emperor, but to be honest, I can get behind their love of death. I'm much too fond of living. Same. Okay, dude. I'm gonna grab some things. Thank you. I'll be taking that as well. And this. Can I take the ration cards that I gave that dude? I want that. The fuck? What do I need for that? Strength 55. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that. I am sorry. Excuse me? I need that. Okay. Imperium is the best of people. Right. A group of beggars are rattling their arms mags and ostentatiously displaying their hunger-sunken bellies and various disfigurements. A toothless man falls to his knees before you. Your leadership spare a throne for those who can even get the worst jobs. Sure, here for you. Praise be the Lord Captain. You're fine. You just do what you had to do. Listen, I'm rich, okay? I'm not gonna hoard my wealth like a dragon. And if they upset me, I'll just kill them. Simple as. Simple as. Terminus decree sucks. They need to start calling some of the writers. Fuck! That escalated quickly. Okay. Essentially, the Grey Knights are ordered by the Emperor before he became a living corpse that the Grey Knights must ensure he is never to be removed from the throne. Even if he's reincarnated, or even if they have to fight the Custodes. Even if he's reincarnated, that's stupid. Well, kill all the Grey Knights. I would love to see the Grey Knights try their hand. I mean, it's not like the fucking Emperor knew he was gonna become a corpse. Even if he's reincarnated, bitch. I cannot wait to see what happens if they eventually decide to like kill the Emperor. And he reincarnates, obviously he comes back. being so bloody difficult. What's that thing that the cultist says? Your time has come, or what have you? I think I saw a comic, like a fan art rendition of that, and it was the Emperor as like a child, like he reincarnated as a... Fuck? Huh? So what was that? What was that? The specimens before you must be the most repellent inhabitants in the compartment. They're covered in sores and bald patches glistening with pus. And these tangible unwashed bodies brings a tear to your eye. One of them glowers at you and grunts. What you want? What are you, mutants? Invalids? For what crime did you kill this man? Grinning, the little spits out, for the crime of wealth. But that bastard had rations and fuel cells. We'll trade them for porridge. What are you? Mutants? Invalids? Mold eaters, outcasts, folk who have no place even among the lowest of the low. Some were born that way, some were driven out to keep them from spreading the contagion. The foreman won't let us near the vat. The enforcers tried to shoot us on sight, and if it's our fault that we were born in Treble Place, we are worms in the rotten belly of this ship, fodder of for disease. So die, then? Oh. So we're trying to enter by a temple. I am the Lord Captain of the ship. Lord Captain in our shithole, and I'm saying Drusus, and here's my regalia. Well, now you have to die. The detective noted he stirring the vagrant's laughter. The fingers of many are convulsively trembling, and there is something in the fearless way they look at you. Yeah, I think the ship will be a little bit clearer without you.
I won't heed
I don't
your
like
cries
them.
of mercy.
They're ugly. There was degrees like that time some Calvinites decided to kill the Emperor. It didn't end well for the people involved. Oh, God. Okay, you guys have to die. Like, I'm not sorry, really.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Fuck you.
Running binaric override.
Okay, Kibilla.
A dance of blades and shadows. I shall not fail. As the tenant's killing brings me no
Woohoo! Hell yeah.
trust me. The shadows. Death is a blessing.
Oh, she might hit
Shall
everyone.
not fail.
She knows the difference. She knows the difference. Good job. Good job.
I won't object to it.
Get siphoned, loser.
Reading damage to Volk.
Do you heal? How do you heal? How do you fucking heal? How did he heal?
Offering of blood.
Who saw him heal? What happened there? I feel like even if the Emperor gets revived, he's gonna be mighty pissed about all the worship. I cannot wait, dude. The idea of a being that was so anti-religion that he went on a fucking crusade to find the, but he went on a crusade and he just systematically wiped every single religion out of the fucking map, except the cult of Mars, on Mars, for obvious reasons, because he needed them, basically. And they were in Mars, out of sight, out of mind. And then he becomes, he's sentient, he's awake, the Emperor. And for millennia, he has to just put up with people fucking doing the opposite of what he wanted, and having the truth systematically, like erased. Which is, I'm so invested in, like, seeing Gilliman as the Lord Commander, and just basically the fucking Emperor. Like, he's acting as the Emperor now, and he is trying to restore the truth of the Imperium. Like, he's trying to stop the Inquisition from erasing the truth to suit their needs and to suit, like, the, the dogma of the Imperium. and to slowly, but like, you know, to get the Imperium back on track. Because imagine waking up and seeing like, oh, Daddy's gonna be pissed at this. Daddy's not gonna like this at all. I love it. It's so interesting.
It will be done.
And then they keep doing this thing where I feel like they're afraid of even thinking about what could happen on how to maneuver Warhammer if the Emperor is dead and every single human planet is cut off from Terra. And there's gonna be like probably centuries or millennia of societies and cultures that are gonna grow without access and knowledge of, you know, what's going on Terra. And it's basically a splitting off of the Imperium. And I just think that that would be interesting. But they're fucking cowards, is what they are, okay?
Nothing I can't do.
Before, the Emperor was being a bit of a hypocrite, considering he stole the power of the 3 Chaos Gods. But that's the thing, the Emperor is not a perfect being by any fucking means. Like, he isn't. We know this. He's a hypocrite. He is an arrogant being, as gods often are.
Suits my purpose.
Where they think they're above everything else, they're above, you know, failure, and they're not. And I love it. It's the best thing ever.
Already done. They didn't stand a chance.
Because it opens so much room for, okay, now what?
I serve the ruinous powers.
Because we only know about the Emperor through stories, you know, told about him.
Chaos guides me.
And we knew he was good until he wasn't.
I'm not accustomed as duty demands.
Fucking nasty, man. Look at that. Am I gonna get sick? Ew!
In the name of House Orcelio, I shall prevail.
My tactics are flawless.
I don't know about flawless,
All too easy.
but they're good enough. Yeah? Get fucked, loser.
Suits my purposes.
Have you ever got sniped with a shotgun before?
Nothing
Well,
I can't. Opposing me was your
now you
biggest
have.
mistake.
I love it. I love this fucking game so much. This shotgun is the best thing. Okay. Did I skip Doggo's turn? What are you waiting? Fuck. I didn't command him. That's why he's waiting. Okay, where are all the fucking losers? Oh, you're here. Okay.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Indeed, forward.
Request.
Woohoo! Yes, Pasquale. Mechanicus worship, Lorgar Warbear's worship. Listen. He said no. And because with the Mechanicus, and you see just how, you know, like how he weighted the pros and the cons there. It's like, okay, I need these people. I need these people to keep the Imperium running. And the only reason these people are as good and efficient as they are is because they believe I am a god that resides in the machines. So he said, I'm not gonna say that I'm not the god, and I'm just gonna lie by omission and let them do their little thing, okay? And then Lorgar was out there just being fucking obnoxious, you know what I mean?
I bring mercy and retribution.
Like, he knew, Lorgar knew that Daddy E didn't like the whole fucking, you know,
As honor ordains.
thing with religion. He knew this. And he still like pushed the fucking... He pushed his buttons,
The
bro.
shadows will see it done.
He shouldn't have been surprised, is all I'm saying.
I need a foothold. Let's see to it.
You're gonna be mad at your daddy for scolding you for something that he told you he was gonna scold you about.
I won't object to it.
You should have known.
Let's see to it.
God, I don't know what they're gonna do next with the lore. I don't think we're gonna see anything about the Emperor dying, not in our lifetime. Because I think like everything, like the Warhammer we know now, it all revolves around the Emperor being a corpse on the throne. Like every single mechanic, every single system, every single bit of culture, society as we know it, it all like works around just him being dead and him being just, you know, he's there, but he's not as he should. So I don't think they're gonna chance it. And that's what they're trying to recall. That, oh, even if he comes back, he's just gonna be put in the throne again. I don't think that's gonna be a thing.
Indeed.
The Emperor's gonna wake up, take a look around, see religion, and scream, Lorgar! Lorgar, come here, you stupid little bitch. It would be so funny.
Suits my purpose.
Can you fucking die? You little bitch. Go do your thing, dog. We're still waiting for Lion and Gilliman to reunite. It's been like 2 years. Exactly. I feel like we're gonna see more, like Primarchs. I think what we're gonna see first, before we see anything with the Emperor, is gonna be kind of like another like era of apostasy, of the reminder of Primarchs like waking up or coming back slowly, and then, you know, joining forces, seeing what they're gonna do about the fucking like Imperium, and then, you know, there's a fucking I don't remember which one was it, like a fallen Primarch in the Eye of Terror that needs to be dealt with, for example. Like, you know, like there's immediate threats that need to be tackled before we even think. The fucking Tyranids, dude. The Tyranids need to be dealt with. The Tyranids are coming. Like, that's not even... no ifs or buts about it.
Another bird painted black.
Not even a little bit. Princess? I'm gonna get out of the way of Princess. Oh, shit. What was that? There you go.
As honor or death.
Your fire trajectory
Oh!
is suboptimal.
Yeah, that was my dude, girl. Like, come on.
I shall not fail.
Beautiful, beautiful. We have more. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Everyone, step aside.
Step aside. Do the White Scars even do anything? I mean, I haven't read much about the White Scars or heard them mentioned. So, I just see Jakatai Khan or Vulcan come back. Vulcan would be the one. Vulcan coming back, that would be amazing. Okay? We need more loyalist Primus first. Yes. 2 loyals versus 2. Yeah, it's not even gonna end. The traitors are like super powered now. Like, they have evolved. So there needs to be... we need to tackle that first. And we need to tackle like how Gilliman is gonna run the Empire for like a while, like Imperium. Like, you know, before we even think about Big E making a comeback. That's just how it is, honestly.
Victory is imminent.
Get me a target.
Okay.
I will do my duty. At your beck and call.
Hell yeah.
Not a problem. Nothing of value has been lost.
We can build the best new weapons to fight the traitors. Listen, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Like, deadass, I'm just getting excited just like thinking about the brothers coming back together and putting aside their differences, and you know.
Be careful not to cross.
Because
my gaze.
a lot of chapters think the salamanders are basically like kind of like bordering heresy because they're too emotional, like they're too human. Oh,
Isn't this a job for the
it would be amazing.
Grace,
Dante and Mephiston are like one Priker together. There's so much we need to explore. Do you think they're gonna do anything with that? Like, you think we're gonna see anything with the Primarchs, or
Stand a chance.
is it gonna be a while?
All too easy. Nothing of value has been lost.
We good? Yep. Well, I wasn't expecting that fight to last forever. So we are in the, you know, the bottom.
Follow my lead.
Operation successful.
You can go up from here, which I'm assuming you can leave through there. Okay. We need to find a symbol. Ooh. Probably for Kibela. Returning Count Roasting Fulgrim would be peak. Oh, I cannot wait, man.
I am your shadow. No sleep, no rest. Only duty, only death.
Whatever you say,
I
girl.
do what I must.
Znini the Outcast is what she's called. Okay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Did your companions there telling you don't touch anything? Fuck them! Let me touch things. Oh!
I see what others do not.
Fuck! I spent too much time in Pestilence Pit by the voice ship Fryline, and now her skin is covered in inflamed blisters. There must be someone on board who knows how to purge through a traitor's body of this affliction. Oopsies. And who would this be?
None
Watch
shall
out.
stand in my way.
Just as he ordained.
Oh, let me touch things, I say, before I get a fucking terrible rush.
I do
Oh,
what I
fuck.
must.
You told me too late.
This explorator is
Come on, man.
multifunctionality.
But stop. Oh, what the helly? Who knows about curing me? Shit. We'll get more small story victories and defeats around both halves of the galaxy before we see a major development, is my prediction. I think next we're gonna
about time.
tackle... What are they called? The Tyranids. Because we're seeing them... I read a lot of books. Okay. And they're being mentioned constantly as, like, the threat. A figure in decay and tatters is rocking to and fro, muttering distinctively in several different voices, occasionally breaking into hoarse laughter. As you come closer, she freezes and turns slowly to look at you. An ugly, rusted mark covers her face. Are you here to take Zidana to the other side? No. No. You're just wandering around in the dark, looking for the light, but it's nowhere to be found. You really not see it. Who are you? Thank you for the follow, John McLaughlin. All Zidana, Zidana the outcast, Zidana the mad, Zidana the disaster, Zidana the curse, Zidana the spurned. The woman hacks her arms to her chest and starts cackling loudly. Broken chains link at her emaciated wrist and neck. A ghost of the past, a shadow of the present. Only the Undying One knows, he alone. What is this place? The woman scratches her neck nervously. You note her deformed fingers, ravaged by some unknown disease, the one that I have. Uh-oh. Those the forces of chaos at the Tyranids, they have no biomass to feed on. The problem is, like, you know, how do you even do that? Like, I don't remember which book. It was the Ural Ventures book, an Inquisitor found a way to kill specific strains of Tyranids. The problem is they fucking evolve so quickly. Every time they take biomass, they evolve into a new strain. That the only way to kill the entire fleet is to go to the Norn Queen and inject the Norn Queen with the virus. But every single Tyranid after her that it's not from the same strain as the Norn Queen, they don't die from that. Here with the unfortunate mean that they're undead. Here, a dumping ground for the bodies of those the Undying One rejects. Here where pestilence dwells, Sedena welcomes them all, talks to their ghost. Here where Sedena lives, yes, Dansa's right, you talk to ghosts. You can't hear them. Sedena points somewhere off to the side, laughs, then stops herself sharply. They don't like it when people come here. Lord Captain, this woman is clearly ill in both spirit and body. Best to leave her be. Her colors are all mixed as match, poised to reveal a pure shade of madness. And yet a scarlet thread separates these trembling patches, preventing her from losing herself. Why are you wearing chains and a mask? You haven't escaped from the enforcers, have you? Ah, these gifts, they are. The chains clink to announce Sedena's approach, for others to hear. They hide, fearful of becoming like Sedena, afraid of losing face. There is a symbol next to you. I have seen such marks before. Is this another part of the Son of Trailing Blood? Oh yes, the sun here, listen. She wandered an eternity in dark, yet was consoled, wept foretold, Undying One's blood secrets glowed, a light to guide her faithful fold. But threats must end, and so the spider did that which was owed, her life and death to ship bestowed. And you'll see if you learn to see. Look in the darkness, look! You peer into the darkness and are gradually able to make out the outlines of objects hidden in the shadows. Rotting corpses, rough walls, the twitching death throes of infected people left here to die. You see no light in this place, only more darkness and despair. You don't see, do you? You don't see! You will not see until you become like Sedena, the flesh and blood of this ship. How do I become the flagship's blood? Oh, Sedena will show you, and you'll see the true light. Come! Okay, let's... Oh,
Whisper and be heard.
I'll lay claim
Girl,
to the
also,
stars.
do you know how to cure... Oh. Oh! 1, 2, 3! It's like... It just like gets absolutely fucking annihilated. The rotating blades promise nothing but a senseless and brutal death. Slipping past them would require some reasonably precise calculations, or blind luck. While listening to the air currents, for a moment you think you hear Sedena's whisper prayer rising from the depths of the shaft. Jump! Wish me luck. People are like, come to your senses, dude! Don't do this! Don't do it! I did it. My problem is I'm sick. How do I fix that? I got the plague! How was I supposed to know not to touch the plague riddle, like, loot around? You cannot ask me to not loot. Like, that's like asking me to not breathe, okay? That's just never gonna work. Am I alone?
Follow my lead.
Hello, does anyone know how to fix me in my blisters, please? They kind of hurt. Oh boy, I'm not
Excellence matters.
I'm not really athletic, am I? Ooh! Fetch! Okay. How the fuck am I meant to... Oh, this place is gonna piss me off, isn't it?
I
Okay.
don't tolerate weakness.
I don't like puzzles. Let's go down. Carefully. Where are we now? This way. Look at them doing things. Good man. Keep going down. Hey! I didn't know you could go down there. Princess? Fucking dog? God, I'm very concerned about the plague. I got the pox. Hi. Where's Kibella?
Victory awaits!
Look at this place. This is fucking cool, man. Damn. Oh, the third space. Kibella!
I did fine.
Oh. Cassie is here. They're all here. Are you guys... Are they being held hostage? What's going on here? Sir? A frail old man, grey beard tinged with blood, folds his wrinkled hands in a ritual gesture. His body is covered in scars, some old, some fresh. His eyes are sewn tightly shut. Sewn shut? His mouth is cleft at both corners, marking his jaws... making his jaw seem eerily snake. I'm sorry, I imagined it. And the Lady of the Ark walked the paths of unlife, in the footsteps of the web's very first spinner, and the servants of death bowed before her, for the Domin is the giver of life. You're gonna give me to finish the game with that rush, but if you don't mind, you can talk to the senior Medicaid in the bridge. I will do that. I wanna not be ugly, please. The old man goes still, his head turned to the side. He nods towards the temple's muffled silence. Yes, yes, truth like a stream pours from your lips. We welcome her as the tenants demand. Oh, is he hearing things? Your hues are almost as pale as the grey of your beard, but what is this? A scarlet whirlwind shines through the faded colors. A thin blade appears in the old man's trembling hands. Although his arms are stiff and look like they can barely bend, in the next instant the dynasty symbol is etched on his forehead. Dripping blood. With a brief motion, he flicks the blood off his blade, and several drops land on your face. The blood-spun web welcomes its new lady. I am the Vizier. For many years we have waited, and now you are here. We have waited. Whisper, this is a cult. This is a cult. What is the difference of this and a chaos cult? Why? What is a Vizier? Is that some sort of title? It is the name we give to the first spinner, the one who has learned the wisdom of the tenets of the web in order to lead the others. I might have a duty to instruct and spin bloody threads, but in all other ways, I am as much his servant as yours as anyone else in this temple. What do you mean you have waited for many years? It was not so long ago that I made my acquaintance with the cult. As I delve into my divinations from the flesh and blood of the departed ones, I turn to a relic most ancient and priceless. It is his tarot, inherited by the cult from the matrix spider who spun the first thread. One of the readings I did back then when I still had the strength to leave the temple and usher souls on their final journey. That was when, in the intricate tangle of destiny, I glimpsed our meeting. But when we would meet, alas, was not revealed to me. So we waited, year after year. And now, the hour has come. Using the tarot is so fucking dangerous. Also, does that mean that he's a psyker of some kind? So you just walked my companions in here the normal way while I was forced to take the jump. The spinners guided them along a different trail. You had to take the step, for only you were meant to become the flagship's blood domin. There was no reason to test the faith of those who follow you, for this burden was for their lady to bear. Fine. How do you manage to erect an entire temple in the middle of the ship without anyone noticing? Followers of the cult once inhabited the tunnels between the base bulkheads until the threads of fate were tangled and a domin of ages past gave us this compartment. We set ourselves to build in spacious halls where the shadows, the images of him, and the spinners themselves would whisper of death. And as the temple that you see began to change with the succession of viziers and the cult's generations, we are building it still, slowly but surely. Okay. Why is it that you invited me here? Death whispered your name and commanded us to honor you with a sacred ritual. Is it gonna involve me getting cut? But only inside the temple can the spinners perform it. The vizier is suddenly distracted by someone invisible, and not towards empty space. Yes, we are glad she has reached this place. We are glad to serve. Oh, he's hearing things. I have walked the path of the matrix spider. What now? The son of the trailing blood tells of a path fraught with trials. By accepting it and setting out on that path. Oh, so I haven't even set out on the path yet. This was all just to get here. By accepting it and setting out on that path, you pass the first one, the trial of resolve. For not everyone is prepared to shun their fear and doubt and embark on a search for the unknown. a search for death. The trial of compassion was the second one. You passed it when you put yourself, albeit briefly, in the service of another soul, a man suffering from burns. For the choice between life and death is to be made only by those willing to take responsibility for the pain of another. The third was the trial of justice. In assuming the role of judge for an apostate of our faith, you declared your right to influence the balance of life and death that the errant soul had upset. And the fourth was the trial of duty, for duty always leads to death. We're prepared to render our duty to the undying one, fearless and accepting of our purpose, which is to serve him. You too have proven yourself prepared, and the four trials have brought you here. Okay. Sure. What would have happened if I had never reached the end of the path? Then we could have met at another time, for the tangle of fate threads cannot be rearranged by one turn. However earnestly one might try to run in the opposite direction. The vizier's sun-shut eyes seem to peer into your face, studying it. Then he turns away and speaks into empty space again. Peace, my brother. The time has almost come. Who is it you're talking to? The vizier turns his head as if looking around the temple. I see echoes of those who came before us and those who were with us, but have since crossed over to the other side. My brothers and sisters raised by the cold. I hear them from beyond their deaths. They share their wisdom. I heed them. The other spinners they hear not, for that burden is mine to bear. For the blood for the empresses look like cornflowers cold candly. I mean, it's certainly looking like that. I see your eyes are sewn shut. Are you blind, or is this another of their cult's rituals? I was sighted for much of my life, until a disciple of mine violated the tenets and I realized just how blind I have been. A lesson, but a bitter one. To look with one's eyes alone is to be easily fooled, but the heart cannot be lied to. Such is the truth, and such was my choice. I sealed my eyelids with the Gias what the fuck of true sight. Now I see more, and much better. Who lit all the candles on the ship? That's a fucking question that has to be asked. Who is in charge of lighting every single fucking candle? And it has to be millions of candles. Like, not even exaggerating. So this entire conversation is another test, I imagine. The tenets command us to be prepared for all trials, corporeal and spiritual alike. Ooh, something's happening. Are you prepared, Dominica Pornia? His mouth closes, but you can still hear his whisper. A prickling sensation in your face is making you increasingly anxious. You raise a hand to your shit. To your shit? To your chick! Listen, leave me alone! Don't raise your hand to your shit, okay? Flash it. Don't raise the shit. Leave it. Only truly as you can feel it. You look at your palm and see a few smudged drops of blood from the vizier's blade. A strange, serene calm envelops your body. Your fatigue subsides and you seem to float in the air, seeing things you had not noticed before. The shadows in the corners taking on shape and color. The subdued lumen light playing on the cultist's bone masks. Are they really masks? Their tall, lean, empty-eyed wearers might as well be dead people. A chill runs down your spine. What is the meaning of this? Your heart is beating slowly. Your breathing has become deeper, and your thoughts are muddled. You seem to be under the influence of a potent stimulant. You poisoned me? My blood is infused with a concoction taken by those who follow the thread. It is sacred and harmless to us, but you it befogs and afflicts, and yet, Dominical Pornia, you have grasped that the mind might fail the body and the senses. This was the trial of the spiritual acumen. You have passed it, but am I still fucking poisoned? It is me from the Adeptus Candelas Lightus. Adeptus Candelas Lightus. There has to be something like that. I mean, it's something in the administratum, like some fucking, quill pusher. It's doing all of this. Look around the temple. One moment, the walls of Death Sanctum grow infinitely wide. The next, they're so narrow as to make it hard to breathe. The floor dances under your feet, and the undying Emperor's statue seems to shake its head threateningly as it looks down upon you. That has to be scary. That is for you to tell me. You look at the vizier, and his trembling frame seems small and insignificant. A single step is all it would take to crush him, but the visions are starting to wear off, and now the old man towers over you. The keen gaze of his sealed eyes is studying your every movement, waiting for a response. Now you're going to initiate me as a servant of death. The Vizier ponders your words for a long time, whispers something to the empty space behind his shoulder, then shakes his twitching head. Our threat is repelling to you, Domin Calpurnia. You proved it by walking the Matrix path in your own way. It is your right and we respect your choice. However, only one who accepts the essence of death might become its servant. You accept your own essence and we dare not burden you with our dogma. For years, we have maintained fealty to the Domini. We have collected sacred symbols and relics. You are the first in 3 generations of lords and ladies to descend into the sanctum. We are grateful. We are uplifted in spirit. Hear our exaltation and accept this gift of a vestment sewn from the bones of his faithful with the threats of death. That which was foretold has come to pass. The ritual of descent is complete. Now be the temple's guest of honor and rest for a while. That's it?
What torments you?
We did it? But this is done? Did I do it?
It's about time.
Is that it? Is that? Oh! Good. I almost fucking missed that. Is there nothing here? Sickening. Ah! I see you.
A new challenge for me?
Was that? Did we do it?
There.
Thank you. I guess it's an area to get stuff. Okay. Hola. Ando entrando en vivo en random. ¿Por qué?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Such energy. Are we done with this then? We're glad. First spinner. Peace, Kibela. You're the shield. You're the shadow. You're the blade. So be them. The traditions of the rituals are rooted in blood and death. Many are frightened by that. Okay. So, we're done with this. Porque sí, bien por ti.
None shall stand in my
I'm
way.
glad to note that the blood-spun web does not show any signs of heresy, unlike so many other.
But how would you
sections.
know, Heinrichs? How would you know? What is heresy, really? You know? Let me show you the way, Domin. Thank you! And take me to the enforcer in charge. I remember now from one of the books I read, the Ecclesiarchy allows for different worlds to have different interpretations of the Emperor. A farming world might interpret the Emperor as the Earth or the Sun. True! In the what's it fucking called? Gaunt's Ghosts. Jesus Christ. They have spirits in that, like the ghosts. They pray to spirits and shit. And that's still not seen as heresy. Because it's still part of the, you know. Can I not? Okay. I'm gonna go seek the
Victory
Medikai
awaits.
guy person. Because I am very scared for my life. Yes. I guess now we talk to... Do we have a medical guy on board? Do we have one? I don't remember. Oh, we do. Do we have one? Didn't I think I... Me suena tu acento en español. Sí, mi acento es de Canarias. Soy española. De España. Pero mi acento es de Canarias, que se parece mucho al de Latinoamérica, por alguna razón que desconozco. Where's the dude? Where's the fucking guy? He could be this guy. The custodians are so cool, a bit disappointing, but after seeing their ratings, I'm glad they haven't pushed it since. A man of indeterminate age bows his head. Bows? His robes are spotless, and his rigid color constricts his throat. The unsettling smell of medicine hangs in the air, and the manspell's eyes look bleached. Greetings, your ladyship. Your chirurgeon majoris is at your service. I am sick. Boris examines your face and hands critically, then gives a satisfied nod. No scars. The consequences of your charge through fire have been successfully remedied. Very good. I will make note of it in the journal. Were you the one who treated my burns? Forius raises his chin haughtily. Treating the Lord Captain is a job for the best Medicaid practitioner on board, which is me. Tell me about your responsibilities. My job is to save lives, heal wounded officers, develop vaccines for onboard epidemics, discover new methods of healing. However, I spend most watches listening to patients about their many qualms, managing the junior Medicaid officers, and dividing the afflicted into those who matter and those who do not. A rather irritating addition to my duties as Chirurgeon Majoris. Not the most compassionate of healers, are you? You got peasant cooties, I got peasant cooties, bro. And I have to fix it. That has to go. It has to go. Compassion has nothing to do with the healer's trade. I prefer conversing with diseases rather than their carriers. Patients are aggravated. Glad that they push it, because how can there be a female custodes when there can be a female Astartes? I mean, technically it can be possible, the custodes part and not the Astartes, because custodes are just made out of noble kids. They're not, you know. But still, it's very stupid to just like thrust it upon people out of fucking nowhere when it's never been a thing. So there are many. I am ever in search of solutions to dangerous afflictions. My latest work involved studying a particularly lethal disease that devours the person's flesh and skin. Yeah, custodes could be recruited from Sisters of Battle. Like, it is possible. What's not possible is for them to have always been there without, you know, it would have been, and that's, again, a thing of, like, there's no actual care put into it, because I feel like 90% of people would not have cared if we had seen a story of a Sister of Battle being the first female custodes. You know what I'm talking about? I think, like, people love the Sister of Battle, and I feel like it would have been interesting if one of them, like the best of them, gets injured and whatever, and they are willing to put her through the trials of becoming a custodes, and she succeeds. And it's, you know, incredible, and it's the first thing that the first time that that's ever happened. But they didn't do that. They didn't actually put in the work. They didn't, like, make you root for, you know, like, this female custodes to become a female custodes. They're just like, oh, we've always been here. Like, it's just stupid. It's just not good. Casi no entiendo nada porque tengo 14, pero tiene 14 años. I'm 14. Soy 14 años más mayor que tú. Y me siento muy vieja ahora mismo. But gracias por el sub. Yeah, they just dropped them. I don't think people were against it, but they were against the way that it was just like, yeah, here, female custodes, enjoy. That would be like, they would have been equally as pissed, because I feel like people like the Sisters of Battle more than they like some, like, the Astartes at some point, you know, sometimes. So they would have been equally upset if all of a sudden they made the Brothers of Battle. It's like, what, that why? Why would you even do that? What was the reason? Is there a reason, a canonical reason? You cannot just change things and not actually put in the effort to walk the audience to that point of, like, okay, I can see why this could be a thing. They didn't do that. And that's, like, my major, like, gripe with the entire thing. I don't think it's the end of the world. And I think it could have been a cool concept. I think the concept now, it's kind of tainted. And people, even if you try to explain it to them or actually create an in-lore reason for them to be in the lore, it's just too late. Too little, too late. 100% they could have also been like, well, we need more people. Exactly, like, give me a reason. Like, the Custodes are dying. There's not enough of them. They need more because they know, you know, that the Tyranids are coming and Terra might be in danger. Or exactly, like, they need to, like, go. They need to send Custodes out to make sure that the chapters are not, you know, falling into heresy, and to keep them in the straight and narrow. And they need more custodies back on Terra. But they didn't do that, did they? They just went, oh, this is how it is now. Ooh, it's just stupid. It's so stupid. And it's really, yeah, they did that to themselves. How do you come to serve on my flagship? I was the master healer on a world that belongs to the Korda dynasty. I had managed to cure someone who was considered doomed. Not because of their illness, but because a certain self-important priest had tried to cure them with a prayer and failed. After I put him to shame, he started spreading rumors that I owed my skill to the influence of the ruinous powers. I sought refuge under Lady Theodora, who expressed an appreciation for my talents and welcomed me and my family on her ship. They literally introduced the Norn emissary, which slaughters custodies by the handful. So make it matter. Like, actually show me. Like, that's my problem, and that happened with me with Veilguard and stuff like that. It's like, don't retcon lore and then expect me to just accept it. When I have, you know, accepted a specific lore for years. Sometimes, in this case, like decades. It's like, okay, this is how this setting and this system works. So how? It's the same thing in The Witcher, right? With, oh, now women can be Witchers. And I understand because Ciri is a very powerful being. She could potentially go through the trials. But first of all, it's not necessary because she is a very powerful being. She's more powerful than a Witcher. So she wouldn't have to become a Witcher to do a Witcher's job. So that's just stupid. It makes no fucking sense. And B, show me. Show me, you know, how she went through the trials. Show me hints of like, okay, she's been actually been subjected to the trials when she was like training in Carmorhen. But they didn't do any of that. And then they hand it to you and they're like, accept it. Eat it. It's good, I promise you. I don't want to. I want to tell me how it's done. Tell me how you did it. I hate that. It happened in Veilguard. It's like, okay, for 10 years we have accepted one lore. And now you're like twisting everything on its head because you think it's easier to do this. Or you don't know what to do with the previous lore. That's a skill issue. That's a you problem, not mine. So, whatever. Are the customs of Korda worlds truly so uncompromising and blind to reason? You teach a man to read, you raise a bright heretic, I believe was one of the favorite local sayings. As for demonstrating the superiority of knowledge over the advice of holy ecclesiarchs, well, that kind of defiance was sure to put my life at risk. It would be so much more interesting if Ciri was doing Witcher things without becoming a Witcher. Exactly. And it would be actually like a point in the story of like, oh, you're a Witcher. And she at first has to be like, you know what, I'm not really a Witcher. And because of this, technically I'm not a Witcher. But do you have to, you know, go through trials to become a Witcher? Or if you are able to do a Witcher's job, that makes you a Witcher? Like, it would have been an interesting, like, dynamic there. And a little bit of, like, you know, like, she wants to follow in Geralt's footsteps, but she's not truly a Witcher in the strict sense of the word, so she feels less than. That would have been interesting. But they didn't do that. Now did they? So, it's just lazy. It's lazy storytelling. So, a cultural shift is just like, dude, ¿no entiendes nada? Pues a prestar atención en clase de inglés. It's interesting. It's like, okay, it's a moment where you as the writer and the audience, you have to sit down and be like, okay, how are we gonna do this? And then you actually have to sit down as the audience and be like, okay, this is interesting. This is an interesting like point of view and story that you're showing me. And I'm invested in this. But if you don't actually walk the walk and put in the effort, even though you might think, oh, this is just irrelevant, we're gonna end at this point in time regardless. Female custodies, they could technically be a thing, so why not just add them to the system? Why would we explain them? They could happen, you know. I'm writing the story, I'm making what's lore and what's not, so they're lore now, they're canon, and you know, they could technically be a thing. Okay, but walk me there. Even if you think it's irrelevant, even if you think it's lazy, drop a few novels about it, about the process, dude. Make it interesting, make people care. And sure, you're gonna have a group of people that are gonna be like, this is fucking retarded, women suck, because there's always people like that. But you're gonna have another group of people that are like, you know what, this is actually pretty interesting. And I can see why this is a thing. So, yeah, they don't get gene seeds. Like, custodies are made, they're handcrafted. And they are made by noble kids. They're like the noble kids of the... they're picked. Like, the boys are picked, and then they're, like, handmade into custodies. So, they don't need a gene seed. They don't need to, you know... They're not Astartes at all. That's why there's, like, that... like rivalry between Adeptus Astartes and Adeptus Custodes. They don't see eye to eye. The Custodes look at them and they see animals. They see, you know, the first variant of Adeptus Astartes, which went mad and, you know, they were dangerous. So they never trust them. And they never trust them with the Emperor's safety. So, you know, there's a big gradually like respect there, because they're both created by the Emperor, but it's not the same. They're not Primarchs, the Astartes. They're just tools. They're soldiers. They're ants, you know? I will admit that I don't know everything about Andromeda is bad. I like the profile system. Not everything about Andromeda is bad. Andromeda was pretty fucking good. But then they dropped the ball. It wasn't done in like by expert hands, and you can see it. The people that did Andromeda, they didn't do them... They weren't that, like, good at their job, because they were learning. It was made by a very small and young studio, I believe. Something like... I am in need of treatment. I have developed a rash of some sort down in the lower decks. 46, one look at your hand and immediately produces a syringe from the folds of his robe. Ordinary vesicular scabies, or void leprosy in common terms. Still in the early stages, one injection will suffice. So you have the cure, yet the disease continues to roam free aboard my ship? Void leprosy is born where sanitary cannons are spurned. Rid the ship of grime and serves to propagate it if you wish for the disease to not return. Think, Leonard, or Leotard, or whatever the fuck your name is. A straightforward cause, thank you. Now to other matters. How's your crew's health? Give me a general report. The Master Helmsman's headaches caused by his faulty implants, the high factotum's occasional indigestion, the Master at Arms combat wounds that can hardly be considered life-threatening, vapid cases that I am obligated to manage the Cheiroider Majoris. At least the Infernus Master does not waste my time and simply comes to pick up ointments for his burns. Okay, let me talk to my girl, Kibla. Was that the entire DLC? That could not be the entire DLC. Princess?
Domin.
Was it the DLC? It's kind of...
May the Undying One shroud your footsteps from the...
Sure, Kibella. Okay, how long have I been live? 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's gonna be that for today. Let me save it here, I guess. Am I hearing a flute? Is the flute man? Is the flute man here? What the fuck? So the DLC will like trigger later on as well. Okay. But we started at least. I'm gonna save. That's gonna be it for today. You know. Let me people keep telling me to promote the Teti, are you there? Maybe I don't even have to do it myself. To promote the Discord. I have a Discord. If you guys wanna like go in there and talk to us, do that. Can you do the Discord command so you can give them the invite? If they want to join, you can join there, and it's pretty calm. The Discord is pretty chill. We just, you know, have mature conversations and shit, which are very rare in today's day and age, but they exist still. And I also have a Twitter, which is Nure underscore. And I talk shit in there. I shit post 24/7. What else do I have? I have YouTube. It's the same. It's Nure. I'm on YouTube. What do? I make videos about whatever the fuck I want and call it a day as well. I will continue to play this game. I really love it. I fucking like it. I also want to finish Crime Scene Cleaner, which I think we're gonna be doing next. And what else? And I want to tackle Veilguard at some point, but I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I think I'm just gonna pick up like short horror games. I want to start with observation type games because I am a pussy and I am scared of my own shadow, and I don't want to tackle like big scary games because I'm not gonna play them properly. I'm just gonna be crying and shitting myself the entire time. So there's that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and chatting and lurking and just putting up with me as always. And see you all tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you for the full iconic.